a movie theater employee who spends her life cleaning theaters and serving popcorn and watching other people embark on first dates. And there's something inside of her that makes her feel like she's supposed to be a part of this world that takes place on the screens that surround her. This world where everything has a happy ending and where the people who make these films are immortalized and worshipped, leaving her with the idea that the only way she'll ever be remembered is if her name is in the credits or splashed across billboards. She thinks she isn't worthy of being remembered because there's a huge difference between what happens in the movies and what actually occurs in her reality. High school isn't like what the movies taught her to imagine. No one is singing and dancing in the hallways. She's not partying every weekend. John Hughes isn't finding her the perfect guy. And the football games are really uneventful. But society has made her believe that she has to have a moment in the spotlight. She has to have a cinematic and noteworthy experience. She has to sparkle, or else she doesn't matter. So she ends up always preparing for this unknown thing. And she doesn't even know when it's going to happen, or what it's going to be, or how she's ever supposed to be ready for it. But she prepares anyway, perpetually waiting for the future, for her real life to kick in. But when that moment comes, is it worth the wait? When all she ever did was wait? She doesn't want her life to be like those customers that storm out the theater as soon as the credits roll, leaving behind trash and destruction, only focused on getting on to the next thing. Not even stopping to think about the 2 hours of their life they just spent watching a movie, or to care about the person they just ran over, or the employee they didn't even bother to thank. And what does it matter anyway, when all she is to these people is just another face in the crowd, another name on the payroll? This thought that she'll simply fade into oblivion and no one will care is what keeps her up at night. And it's unfair because society has redefined success as the number of people that know her name. And because everyone is screaming for approval, she feels like she has to scream even louder and scream all the time. Which makes it hurt even more when she doesn't receive the approval she deserves. And this makes her mad because she works hard and she tries her best and she does everything she's supposed to do. But yet in the grand scheme of things, nobody cares if everybody doesn't care. She doesn't even know what this moment is supposed to be. To be important, does Oprah have to interview her? Does she have to have a spotlight pointed on her, or a statue built in her name, or a page in the yearbook? When did we start this trend that the only way you can be worthy is if you're noteworthy? What is wrong with being average? There are thousands and thousands of people that have something that lights them up, whether someone's directing a spotlight on them or not. So she is determined to have her moment. She'll take what she can get. She just wants the opportunity to prove her worth and make her feel like she lived a good life. But she doesn't need someone else to tell her this or someone to shine a light on what she's done. She's not looking for a movie role or an Employee of the Month plaque. Her life is its own movie, and she can choose who stars in it and where the spotlight shines and how the story plays out. Her need for a moment is simple, as everyone should be. She just wants to know that somehow in her small blip of existence in all of human history, she mattered to someone, if not herself, and that she knew she did the best she could with all she was given. Because who knows when that spotlight will shine on her, or if it'll even happen at all. She'll probably never be a valedictorian, or a movie star, or team captain, or president, or cure cancer, or be the first girl on Mars, or write a bestseller. She'll probably lead a decent, honest life, working hard and raising a family. But does that mean she's not worthy of being remembered? That she wasted her one and only gift of life on an average existence? So if that moment does come, and she finally has an audience, and some spotlight within her is finally on, and her lifetime of preparing has equipped her with the right words to say, and she's sparkling. She just wants to know that she did it right. Like everybody else, she just wants to know that she isn't worthless, and that all of this living and trying and failing somehow matters, even if she doesn't dramatically change the world. So, do I matter?